Welcome to our Financial Insights series. I'm Ashish, and I'm so glad you're here. Today we're diving into a topic that's absolutely crucial for anyone who wants to understand the financial health of a company liquid ratios, sometimes called short-term solvency ratios. Now don't let the fancy name scare you because these ratios are like looking under the hood of a car. They help us understand a company's ability to meet its short-term obligations, those bills that need to be paid quickly. We're going to break down these ratios together step by step, so you can confidently analyze a company's financial strength. Are you ready? Let's do it. Let's start with the current ratio, a real workhorse in the world of financial analysis. Now this ratio is all about understanding whether a company has enough readily available assets to cover its short-term liabilities. Think of it like this. Imagine you have a bunch of bills due next month: rent, utilities, credit card bills. Those are your short-term liabilities. Now look at your checking account. Any cash you have on hand, maybe some investments you can quickly sell. Those are your short-term assets, the things you can use to pay those bills right away. The current ratio compares these two, giving us a snapshot of a company's ability to meet those immediate financial obligations. It's calculated by dividing the company's current assets by its current liabilities. A higher current ratio generally indicates that a company is in a stronger position to pay its bills on time. Of course, like with all financial ratios, there's no magic number that guarantees success. What's considered a good current ratio can vary depending on the industry the company operates in. Let's say a company has a current ratio of 2-to-1. This means that for every dollar of short-term debt, it has $2 of current assets ready to cover it. Sounds pretty good, right? It means they have a cushion, some breathing room to handle those bills, but remember, a very high current ratio isn't always a good thing either. It could mean that a company is sitting on too much cash, not investing it wisely, not putting it to work to grow the business. Now, let's talk about the quick ratio, which is like the current ratio's more cautious cousin. You see, the quick ratio takes a closer look at a company's most liquid assets, those that can be turned into cash even faster than what the current ratio considers. Think of it as the emergency fund ratio, measuring a company's ability to handle those unexpected financial hiccups. The quick ratio is calculated by subtracting inventory from current assets, and then dividing that number by current liabilities. Why exclude inventory? Well, inventory can take time to sell, and in a real pinch, a company might not be able to convert it to cash quickly enough to cover those immediate bills. So, the quick ratio focuses on assets like cash, marketable securities, and accounts receivable, which are essentially IOUs from customers that are likely to be paid soon. A quick ratio of 1-to-1 or higher is generally considered healthy, but again, the ideal ratio depends on the industry and the company's specific circumstances. For example, a company with a long history of collecting payments from customers quickly might be comfortable with a slightly lower quick ratio. Now, let's dive into the cash ratio, which is the most conservative of the liquidity ratios. This one is all about a company's ability to pay off those short-term liabilities with its most liquid asset of all cold, hard cash. We're talking about the money in the bank, ready to be used at a moment's notice. The cash ratio is calculated by dividing a company's cash and cash equivalents by its current liabilities. Cash equivalents are investments that can be converted into cash very quickly, like money market instruments or short-term government bonds. A high cash ratio might seem like a good thing, right? After all, who doesn't love having cash on hand? But a very high cash ratio could also be a sign that a company is being too cautious, not putting its cash to work effectively. Remember, money sitting idle in a bank account isn't growing, it's not generating returns. Now let's talk about the basic defense interval, which takes a different approach to understanding a company's short-term liquidity. This ratio tells us how long a company can operate using only its existing liquid assets without generating any additional revenue. It's like a financial runway, giving us an idea of how much time a company has to maneuver if its cash flow suddenly dries up. To calculate the basic defense interval, you divide a company's liquid assets, which includes items like cash, marketable securities, and receivables, by its average daily operating expenses. This will give you a number in days, representing how long the company can keep the lights on with its current liquid assets. The higher the basic defense interval, the longer the company can weather a financial storm. Imagine a company with a basic defense interval of 90 days. This means it has enough liquid assets to cover its operating expenses for 3 whole months, even if no new revenue comes in. That's a pretty comfortable cushion, giving the company time to adjust its operations, explore financing options, or ride out a temporary downturn. Finally, let's talk about net working capital. This is a key measure of a company's operational efficiency and its ability to manage its short-term financial health. In simple terms, net working capital represents the difference between a company's current assets and current liabilities. Think of it like this: current assets are like the fuel that keeps a company running, cash, inventory, and those IOUs from customers. Current liabilities are the bills that need to be paid, the obligations that need to be met. Net working capital is the difference between the two, a measure of how much wiggle room a company has to operate. A positive net working capital generally indicates that a company has enough current assets to cover its short-term liabilities, which is a good sign. It means that the company has the financial flexibility to pay its bills, invest in growth opportunities, and navigate unexpected challenges. A negative net working capital, on the other hand, could be a red flag. It suggests that a company may struggle to meet its short-term obligations, potentially putting it at risk of financial distress. Understanding these ratios is crucial for assessing a company's financial health. They give you a powerful set of tools to analyze a company's ability to meet its short-term obligations, manage its cash flow, and navigate the ups and downs of the business world. Remember, knowledge is power, and when it comes to your financial well-being, there's no such thing as being too informed. Stay tuned for more financial insights and tips. We'll be covering a wide range of topics to help you make smart financial decisions. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content. And as always, I'm here to empower you to take control of your financial future. See you in the next video.